Well, that was quite a turn of events. Hey guys, and welcome back to Amnesia Illuminated, where we discuss the events and story within Amnesia: The Dark Descent. Last time we managed to get out of the back hall, as it was called. In fact, we left the back hall quite in a hurry. We were being chased quite aggressively by the shadow. And we kind of went into a lift, and the lift fell, and now we're trapped down here. Where is here? Well, we'll find out momentarily.
Come, this way.
What was that?
Forgive me, I should have warned you. One of my responsibilities as a Baron is that of a prison warden. This is where criminals are locked up.
Like a dungeon?
Very much so. Come, don't linger.
And so, the Baron informs us that he in fact is in charge of a prison. Of course we have reason to believe that he might be lying about that. The fact that he has servants, for example, that come and take people might be the first big giveaway there. Certainly he might have the title of Baron, however, it is the case that in times of in the time that this game is set, you can just buy baronhood. If you have enough money, you just buy a bunch of land, hey, you've got a baronship. At least that's how it works in England. In other countries it's probably vaguely similar. We now need to make our way through the prison. We did learn that this place is... The prison is... probably the most dangerous place. Second most dangerous place in the game, maybe. It's either first or second. It's definitely up there. If I'm gonna die anywhere for the first time, it's here. For several reasons. One thing I'm not gonna do this time, like I did with storage. So first things first, pitch blackness, very similar to storage, very similar indeed, but I'm not. What could that noise mean? And Daniel's lost some sanity. Perfect. So now we've got blurry vision. As I was saying, I'm not going to be lighting the area up. At least not that much. Maybe the odd time or two. Of course, this does mean that I'm going to be burning a lot of oil. There are many sources of oil in this place. I'm going to explore this area quite thoroughly. As you can see here, there are, in fact, areas of the prison that are close-ish to the surface. Close enough that light can come in from above. That's not necessarily helpful for us, but it might be scary. Oh, and what a prison this is. Do you think maybe this is where Alexander kept his victims? The answer is almost certainly yes. Oh, let me see. How many encounters are there in prison in total? There are 11, I believe. And I'm going to try and get all of them. Now, there are two sections to the prison. This is section 1. I'm going to explore down here first for several reasons. The main reason is I wish to collect the hammer. So it's curious that you can start just picking up things here. They don't... In this area, they don't present you with the exit first and then, you know, have you find the things you require later. You just find the things as you go through. It's quite nice in this regard. Now, as I recall, if you look at the stuff, we see that it's hard to see. You can only really see the head. Oh man. Daniel is properly insane now. It's actually hard to work Daniel now. Here we go, some lamp oil. Oh, it's so hard to work Daniel. Wow, I've let him go into insane. How have I let him go this insane? We have a few cuts and bruises. Let's just patch ourselves up, because that might make Daniel feel better. It hasn't. And... oh, guys, more lamp oil immediately. So that creature there was not one of the previous creatures. Now, it's not obvious, but in fact what happens there with this guy is he throws a guy at this door. Those guys are a lot stronger and a lot faster than the other guys we've encountered so far. Or that we have slightly encountered so far. Now, the next bit, of course, is likely to kill me. Here he comes. All you can do is run away and hide. Is he coming this way? I think he is. Close the door. All we can do against this guy is run away and hide, as with all the creatures in this game. Now, I'm not sure if he actually comes this way directly. I mean, I know he spawns right at the top of that staircase when you go up there. And I actually forget where the next encounter is. The game so badly wants me to peek in order to aggro the guy, but I'm not going to fall for it. I know the game's game. Oh man, Daniel is so insane right now. He's going to be pretty hard to control. I don't think he's there anymore. But the music makes me think that he is. This is one of the problems with doing all the encounters in this area. There's going to be a lot of waiting, and very insane Daniel as well. Wow. Alright, I actually can't remember where the next encounter is. Where is it? Oh, this... oh, I know where it is. I know where it is. I think I remember. Oh, but there's only 3 in this first section. I can't remember exactly where they are. I know the stair one, right? The stair one is easy. He should have buggered off at this point. But there is one... right, I know where one of them is for certain. However, where is the other one? Oh. Oh! Lamp oil, I need this. You need so much lamp oil in this area. I also want to go through a few other things in this area as well. So, this should be fine. Yeah, this door's safe. Well, relatively. Oh man, it's so hard to control Daniel.
Where is she? Where did she go?
No! I won't tell! I'll never tell you!
You're just making things worse. Look, this is no place for a young girl all by herself. She could be hurt or worse. There's no telling what horrors await down there.
And we hear Daniel trying to convince someone to give up her daughter's position? Ah, here we go. Right, okay. No, this room is actually quite dangerous because once we pick this up, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Oh no, I am mistaken. Oh no. I can't remember where the others are. Oh no! I cannot remember where the other encounters are. I can't remember where they are. Damn. Okay, I'm screwed. It's locked. However, the lock is very corroded and weak. Oh yeah. Okay, okay, we have to do this. Let's do this. Yeah, do that. And then do this. But the door is already unlocked. Oh, I've unlocked it. Okay, sweet. Okay, I think this room is just to give you more lamp oil. Man, I can't remember where the other 2 are. Why can't I remember where the other 2 are? Oh, hello doll. You okay? Of course we have this. I think... wait. I think there is an encounter just up ahead, but my memory's bad. Oh yeah, I think I know what happens. Yep, there it is. Yep, you go in this room and then it's there. That's what happens. there. I'm just going to hide over here. This is the area I remember the least well, I will admit. Well, not quite the least well. There's probably one other bit that I remember very badly as well. However, there's one encounter we've not done in this area, but there is one more encounter that I think we can still get. Or have I missed it? Is he still there? Can we see him? I don't want to jump, because jumping will make noise and give the position away, potentially, which I do not wish to find out if it does. Because I want to do this, if possible, without dying. He's probably still there. Oh man. There's so much waiting if you just want to do this. Because this is the thing, right? This is the one thing about this game that kind of sucks. Is that if you hide, that's successful. But it just means that you have to wait and do nothing. I want to see if I can trigger the last encounter in this area before moving on. Okay, he's gone. I'm pretty confident. So I can just walk out. The exit is actually through this door here. I do know this much. However, if we get the lamp up, if we go... Oh yeah, you can see into rooms down here that are otherwise inaccessible. There's a few areas like this. Or in fact, there's one area that we've not looked at yet that I do want to show you. This door down here. Through this door, I believe we get to see... Do we not get to see something else? I thought we got to see something else through this door. Apparently not. Apparently not. Funnily enough, none of these doors that are locked... this door is very locked, by the way. I should show you this. Oh, there we go. There he is. Of course, I forgot. You have to actually try and open the door. Daniel's sanity's actually gone up. Now the music plays, but I think we're actually safe. I think we're actually safe. Yeah, we're actually safe. Of course, the music plays for you. My screen is now covered in cockroaches, of course. What's in here? I think this is just a block tunnel. Oh, yeah, but we have some tinder boxes. And laudanum. And that same breathing effect that we had before now. Let's see if we can trigger the last encounter. Oh, Daniel, your poor sanity. I feel for your sanity, Daniel. Yep. Yep, it's there. Oh, Daniel, this is not the time to do this. Not the time to do this at all, Daniel. Definitely not the time to do this. Daniel? 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 Okay, thank you, Daniel. So that's what happens when Daniel goes totally nutso. He collapses to the floor, can't really move, and might get you eaten alive. Okay, they don't eat you, I'll be honest. They do just beat you up. However, is he coming this way? Because that would be funny if he now comes this way. Is he coming this way? No, I think he's lost interest. He lost interest so fast, but that's the 3 monster encounters in this area. The first one just happens when you go up the stairs, the second one happens when you come into this room, the third one happens when you have the hammer and the chipper, or the chisel, and you go downstairs. Now, why do you need the hammer and the chipper? Well...
But Mother, I don't want to leave without you.
Hurry, child. You must go. Find Gabriel, the Outrider, and tell him to alert the King's men.
No, you come too.
Please, we don't have time to make the hole any wider.
But...
Someone is coming. Hurry! I'll cover the hole with the bed. Everything will be fine. I promise.
Now, there's an interesting sort of flashback, because, of course, Daniel never heard that. Oh, look, there's actually a torch here I can stand next to. What's my sanity like now? Head is pounding and hands are shaking. Well, not too surprising, considering what's going on. It's an interesting flashback, because it's not really a flashback. Because if Daniel knew where the girl had gone, then, surely, you know, he would go after her. Now, as you can see, the hole is too narrow to slip through, but that is, of course, why we have the hammer and chipper. Bang! And open it goes. Moving on to the second section of the prison. Now, guys, we're going through the tunnel that the little girl escaped through. Funnily enough, there are actually two ways here. One of which is very blocked off. This one. There's nothing here. It's just blocked off. We should probably hold up a torch to stop, you know, save a bit of sanity. Although we are now crystal clear. Ah, yes, because of course we solved the puzzle. So we get our sanity back. We get sort of a sanity reset there. And now we come out into another tunnel. I've got Big Rock in the way here. Come on, Big Rock, let's go. Now, let's do encounter number the first. Now, this area, unlike the previous area, which was actually quite labyrinthian, all of these areas are quite labyrinthian, actually, is the kitchen. This area is labeled. This, I believe, is an area that's not really meant to have prisoners in it, so it is more well labeled now. It's easy to think that this door here leads from that previous area of the prison. It looks very much like it does, but it doesn't, because this door is missing and that sign is missing. I mean, maybe it's supposed to look like that, but it kind of doesn't, because it's missing a few elements to make it to complete the effect. Let's go to the kitchen and have our first encounter. The first encounter is triggered simply by entering the kitchen, in fact, though it's easy enough to avoid. I think it's triggered by entering the kitchen? Or is it triggered by leaving the kitchen? I think it might be triggered by leaving the kitchen, but we also have a few notes to look at here as well.
2nd of August, 1839. I have arrived at the village of Altstadt. It's a haven in the midst of a vast forest and the last stop before my final destination, Castle Brennan Berg. It's late in the evening, and the outrider, who has been with the coach since Bremen, advised me to wait until morning before I venture further. I've arranged for a bed at Der Müller, the village's only inn, and am now waiting for the sun to rise. I try to sleep, but as I close my eyes, I see the men who fell victim in London. My fear and shame forces me to witness the same scenes over and over. They are dead because of me.
We have the diary entries of Daniel arriving at Castle Brennan Berg immediately. I don't think... Okay, there might be, you know, some oil and stuff around here, but there's nothing we can actually do in here right now. Is there oil and stuff? Ah, yes, tinder boxes. How many do I have? I didn't use any in the last area. 29. 29 flipping tinder boxes. And some more laudanum. Not that I've really needed it. All my wounds I've taken from being stupid and taking extra beatings from... Hey, look, a pig corpse. Let's put it in the acid. It's always tempting to do this. I don't think anything happens if you do this, but it indicates that, yep, this is highly acidic, because if you put pig carcasses in there, they do indeed evaporate. Now, it must be as you leave, then, the encounter occurs. So as we leave... Is it going to happen? Yep. Oh, God. And he's none the wiser, evidently. Okay, let's get hiding among the pigs. It's funny that he saw me just run in here. And doesn't immediately break down the door. In fact, is he going to break down the door at all? Or is he just stood there and I'm stupid looking? Nope, hasn't broken down the door. Now, as mentioned previously, these creatures, they disappear faster if you don't encounter them, if you don't interact with them at all. So, if you go and open that door and look down the corridor, there's only like 2 directions it can go. And of course you're going to look at it. So the game's going to be like, you're looking at it. So the monster's going to stay there longer. Well, I'm not looking at it, therefore it won't stay there too long. So that was number 1. I cannot remember where the rest are. I know where the final one is. Damn it. Damn it. We're just going to have to deal with the fact that I don't know where the other 6 are. Actually, no. I know where another 2 of them are, in fact. I do know where another 3 of them are. Okay, it's challenging. It's challenging, you see, guys. It's challenging to remember where they all are, because that was the first one. And there are 8. So I know where 2 more are, which leaves 5 unknown. I'm reasonably confident that I can walk to the next area unmolested. I am going to walk in the dark pretty much the whole time because I cannot remember where all the monster attacks are. I'm pretty sure there are no more that require me to run back to the kitchen. But we do hear voices, the sounds of potential prisoners. Oh, this is a very labyrinthian area, I have to admit. We are actually going the short way here. I am, in fact, going to grab a thing as soon as possible. Oh, wait.
Is he safe? Well, it's for his own good.
Well, I think that one's real. So that would be number 2. I'm just going to go this way.
Soon it will be ready. Let there be enough time.
Okay, I think the game has realized that that one isn't going to be able to get me, so it's got rid of it. The exit is not over here. Well, the exit is on this side somewhere. Oh man, some of these doors are traps, and that is the trigger for some of these monsters. But I do not remember which ones that is. This is not a room that's especially helpful, but we need to find all of Daniel's notes, so we do have to search all these rooms eventually. So, note number 2.
3rd of August, 1839. I feel like I have fled the world and all its worries. Brennan Berg is a majestic creation perched upon a forest-clad hill with towers reaching well above even the highest pine trees. Following the winding road leading to the gates gives the impression of discovering something forgotten, as if journeying with Marco Polo to the hidden Xanadu. Alexander, the Baron, is a peculiar but gracious man. He seems well versed in worldly matters, and is not at all as eccentric as I assumed. My room is exquisite, and I'm confident that no hotel for miles could even hope to match it. As the sun sets on Brennan Berg, its fairy tale varnish turns to an eerie gloom. Alexander's strange servants are never far away. They are a quiet lot, and their behavior could only be described as skulking. Alexander seems pleased by my presence. As he puts it, it seems like I got here just in time.
Probably just in time indeed. I mean, the shadow is hunting you after all. I cannot remember if there's an encounter when you leave this room. So I'm just going to have to leave it and hope for the best, right? Well, we're doing okay so far. Yep. Yep, there's one there. I see him. Just barely. As I said, right? There are encounters all over the place. Is he coming towards me? Let's just crouch. That was number 3. There's 5 more. I know where 2 of them are. I'm pretty sure I know where 2 of them are, at least. That leaves only... Oh, wait, what? Where's my maths going? So there's been 3. I know where another 2 of them are. That's 5. There are 8 in total. So there are 3 that I don't know exactly where they are. I know one of them happens when you go into one of the rooms, but I can't remember which room that is exactly. I'm pretty sure I actually do know which room that is. This place, the problem is, this area is just a giant maze, essentially. It's intentionally maze-like, and the darkness just makes it so much worse. I'm pretty confident it's not one of these rooms. There's a way we can check if we just peek inside, because most of these rooms... Whoops.
Anybody, help! Christ, I don't believe this. Why? I mean, why? What did I do to deserve this? I mean, it can't be. Do I deserve this? It wasn't my fault. Why did he have to go in there? Don't go into burning houses. He should have known better.
So a man accused, presumably, of murder. Through arson, maybe? is trapped here. We hear his final pleas for freedom in the depths of Brennan Berg Castle's prison. Oh, hello. There's a naked man here with oil. I also can't remember where Daniel's last note is, so we're going to have to deal with that. See, these were not the trap rooms. Trap rooms are elsewhere. Oh, and we see another one of these gratings here where we can observe a room we cannot access. I'm pretty confident we're safe, so just look in this thing. Ah, yes, we see stairs downwards. These stairs we cannot use. Right. There might be another encounter just walking down this corridor, though. Let's go back. There's a couple of...
He escaped. Where is he now?
Yeah, he escaped. I don't know if he's referring to me. I assume so. I wonder if these thoughts are of Alexander, or from Alexander in real time, essentially. So, we walked down this corridor and triggered an encounter. So we can go back down this corridor in relative safety. It's just so dark everywhere. Oh yes, that corridor there. Ah, yes, that is the corridor. And there we can see the stairs in the middle again. So, as you can see, this we're going around these stairs. This is one of the reasons this is very labyrinthian in so many ways, because it is just... you can go around in circles, right, if you're not paying attention. That is the exit. We're not going to go over there right now. We'll deal with that in a moment, once we've got everything we need in order to use it. There was a point I was trying to make earlier. Oh yes. So, all these monster encounters are essentially as a result, or just trying to get across the point that, this place is very dangerous. Yes, it is. There are monsters everywhere. Yes, there are. Admittedly, they're not the ultra-fast ones, but they're still dangerous enough. And here is Daniel's final note of the area.
4th of August, 1839. The nightmares woke me in the early morning, and for a moment I forgot where I was. Shortly after, there was a knock on my door. Alexander had heard my screams and asked me to join him in the parlor. As we drank our tea, Alexander began to tell me what he knew. It seems like the orb I found casts a long and dark shadow. It's not only a powerful item, but a dangerous one. Simply by touching it, you invoke the powers within, and if you are too weak to control it, it will devour you. The shadow is a sluggish thing, lagging behind the wielder, killing anyone or anything in its path to reclaim the orb. I said I didn't care about its powers, and that I should throw it away. Alexander advised against this, as I'd still be a part of the path to the orb, and eventually suffer death. Having the orb, I would at least have the chance to fight back when the time came. I asked Alexander what he meant when he said he could protect me, and he answered that things can be done, but at a price.
And I wonder what that price was, Daniel, eh? What was that price? Well, now this actually goes back. There's going to be some theory here, by the way, guys. This actually goes back to something we read a while ago. I cannot remember which note exactly it was. Oh, do we only keep... I didn't realize we only keep notes. No, here we go. Letter regarding discovery of an orb. So... going back to this one, this is the letter from Agrippa. Yes, from Agrippa. In this letter, it describes... where is it? As I entered the underground chamber, I could feel that I was trespassing. Because of my curiosity, I did my best to fight these instincts and fetch the orb from its place. I scrambled out of the chamber into the woods. I could sense something was following me. It bayed loudly as it closed in. The beast, this guardian of the orb, was relentless in its pursuit. So, when Agrippa... notice how Agrippa doesn't mention anything about either the orb shattering or having visions. He doesn't mention that at all in his letter. Now, there could be a few reasons for that. First of all, he could have just been, you know, in sheer terror. Or maybe he's trying to hide something. That's a possibility as well. But there is another theory. So, Daniel wasn't looking for an orb specifically. Daniel was just looking for artifacts in general. He is essentially a historian or archaeologist, if you will. He wasn't looking for these orbs. Now, Agrippa was looking for them. He was specifically looking for these things, having known that they exist. Now, it's not clear to me if, you know, or not clear to us at this point in general, if Agrippa is, you know, maybe the same as Alexander. Maybe he's not of this world. That's a possibility, but we'll probably find out later. But when Daniel picked up the orb, it revealed to him, you know, visions of impossible geometry and that kind of stuff. And it shattered. Now, Agrippa does not say that it shattered. In fact, if it had shattered, no doubt Agrippa would have had trouble, you know, carrying it. And further to that, it actually says later that the shadow retrieved it. And the shadow didn't kill Agrippa. Now, why is that? Well, there's a couple of theories here. My personal favorite is that the way the orbs work is, as mentioned in the notes from the diary entry from Daniel just now, the orbs are simply activated by touching them. By touching them, you're activating them. However, what happens if you touch them and you're not, you know, you're not prepared for it? Well, what happened to Daniel is what happens. Apparently, it can happen to the point that it shatters orbs. Now, that's not to say that Agrippa was prepared for it either, because indeed the shadow came after Agrippa as well. However, it's entirely possible that Agrippa was somewhat more prepared than Daniel, thus it didn't go quite as badly for Agrippa as it did for Daniel. Although, there is one curiosity on that, which is that from Agrippa's note, it sounds like the shadow started chasing him instantly, whereas for Daniel, it took a little bit of time to get going. It's possible that because Daniel's orb broke, the shadow wasn't able to track Daniel as well, or something like that. Whereas the orb being in complete tact for Agrippa, it was able to chase him down pretty much instantly. There's a few ways you can interpret it. I like the idea that people who are prepared for it, or not necessarily even prepared for it, but capable of just dealing with what the orb throws at them, because remember, Daniel described what the orb showed him as impossible geometry, or at least one of the things it showed him. If you look at the geometry that it shows you and go, that doesn't work. Maybe the orb's like, okay, you're an idiot, smash. Whereas, if you look at it and go, oh yeah, that's weird, but I can see what's going on, maybe. It doesn't have to make true sense. There's no mathematical equation going on here for whether or not you can use the orbs. It just, whether or not, the orbs just determine, through whatever means they can, if you should be using an orb. And if you shouldn't be, then it just smashes. If it goes, you can't even use this, just smash. Why on earth was Daniel able to put it back together later? Who knows? I have absolutely no idea. But Agrippa evidently can, in fact, touch an orb without it shattering and having the shadow chase him immediately. And then take the orb away. This is the funny thing. So maybe it's the orbs decide if you can use it or not. And then it's the shadow that decides whether or not you're allowed to use it or not. Though why this shadow didn't kill Agrippa is still up for debate. Anyway, let's trigger the next encounter, and that will be encounter number 4, if I'm not mistaken, and I still don't know where another 2 of them are. Yep. This would be encounter number 4. Now, he is in there. Is he going to come out the room? Because I didn't open the door fully. Oh, here he comes. Can we get a peek at him? Peeking on him? Can we peek on him? Oh. No, he's staying in the room. He's staying in the room. Oh, here he comes. He might have seen me there. Which, this could end really badly for me. I'm going to actually do this. I'm not sure if this helps, but I'm going to do it. Is he going to come in here, or has he forgotten that I'm in here? Is this going to be the first death? I might still be able to get away, even if he has even if he does come in here. But it's going to be tricky
Help her.
going.
Find a way.
Okay, no, he seems to have forgot that I'm in here. I didn't notice me. We can always stand on the bed and peek through the window, though this is quite risky. Now, this door is missing. They break doors, of course, when they go through them. Is the door even on the floor there? Nope. Now, he has wandered off down the corridor. And technically, apparently, here I'm stood in the light because of that light there, so... You know, I'm doing good. So that was encounter number 4. I know where at least 2 of the others are. Can't remember where... I think there's another one coming up pretty soon. So, the game is trying to get across that not only are there monsters down here, there are monsters just waiting everywhere for you. We've got all of Daniel's notes. There's only one more thing we need down here. I think there is actually some lamp oil in here. Yes, there is. How many lamp oils do we have now? We have 10 lamp oil. Wow. I was expecting to run out of lamp oil in this area. I guess I have been walking around in the pitch black. Despite that, Daniel's been doing pretty damn well on the old sanity meter. Now. Oh snap, I forgot about this area down here. I think this is another locked door area. Yeah, did we get to encounter anything? This is not a locked door. Oh no, this is the, this is where we actually need to be, as I recall. I think. Okay, let's just close this door. Oh dear. Even though I know pretty much what's going to happen, although I can't remember what all the encounters are, I'm still sort of having a hard time with it. I'm not one for horror games, guys. Yes, we need this. We do need this. Oh, there's a lot of stuff in here, isn't there? Wow. It's a shame we don't need these bottles. Does something attack me immediately now? I think things attack me on the way back now. That's the 2 missing ones that I can't remember. Because my memory's bad. There's 2 that attack you after you've got the jar. Well, I know one of them definitely attacks you after you've got the jar, so here we go. Probably we turn this corner and there's one that just stood there or something. What about this? Yep. So this would be one of the ones I couldn't remember. Does it come this way? I forget. I think he just goes, he's just at the end of the corridor, just wanders around aimlessly like all the rest, and then goes away. Or does he actually come this way? I really can't remember. This is the area I think I like the least out of absolutely all the areas, because it's just pitch black. You have so many encounters. It's just relentless. Although the story you get from Daniel's quite nice, you've got to admit. I'm just going to stand here until I see it or the music stops. That's the safe way to play it. Okay, the music stopped, he's gone. So that was encounter number 5. I couldn't remember that one. So there's one more that I can't remember. There's one more that I don't remember. And is it by any chance when you go over here to these bars? Because this is a barred off room. Gate is locked and the padlock is in excellent condition. We can't go this way. It's not when we go over here. What's in here? An empty room. An empty room. Any more of those things? I'm just curious to look in there because I never really spent the time to look in there. So I think the last encounter I can't remember is just another random encounter essentially. As we walk back down one of these corridors. And I don't want it to be now because, you know, we've got lamps everywhere around us. I want to be walking in the dark where the monsters can't see me when it occurs. Oh, have we had 6 encounters? Because if we've had 6 encounters, I'm pretty sure it's only been 5. Fairly certain it's only been 5. Pretty certain it's only been 5 of them. I might have miscounted. I might have missed one though. Oh. I might have missed one. I don't want to have missed one. Okay. So, here's one of the last 2 that I do know about. Which is coming back here. When we go back through this door, after we fill the pot with acid, there's a... Nope, he's just coming now. Okay. He's just coming right now. fact, let's peek and watch the door. This one I'm pretty sure just busts through the door. It's set up to just come straight through the door, essentially. At least set up to wander randomly to the front. There you go. The door's coming down. Let's just hide. I shouldn't wander all the way over here. He shouldn't wander all the way over here. If you make noise, he will come all the way over here. But if you just hide here, he shouldn't come all the way over here. And he shouldn't see you. And then we're fine. Though, of course, my big concern now is where is the one that I've missed? Because I can't remember where it is. Is he gone yet? I think he's wandered out of the room. Daniel is keeping his sanity damn well considering what's going on, you know, sort of just to his left. I really should peek more often. The problem is peeking is what gets you killed in this game. That's the point. You don't peek because peeking gets you killed. Just like in CS, in fact. Yeah, let's compare Amnesia the Dark Descent to CSGO, shall we? Or just CS in general. Okay, the creature's gone. I just want to check before I do this that I've where the last one, no, the second one that I've missed is, or the one that I've missed is, because I cannot remember. Hold on a moment, guys. Okay, guys, I know exactly where it is. Okay, I cheated slightly. Hey, come on. It's hard to remember all this stuff, especially if you want to live. Okay, now that is cheating. I'm cheating slightly. The thing is, it's actually an optional one. You don't have to even encounter it. Right, let's do this. So, fill the pot with acid. The door is now gone because the creature came this way. And that's why we're here. Funny thing, I've actually missed the reason why we need the acid in the first place. As you might imagine, there's a lock that we need to burn through. It's quite that simple, in fact. And actually, it's a pretty good ending to this area, I must admit. So, let me go do the encounter I missed. Notice how this door is intact. These creatures just come and go as they please, as you'd imagine. The reason why I missed it is actually because this place is a labyrinth, actually. This labyrinth is very labyrinthy, you see. So, you've actually got two areas you can walk around. You've got this central column here, that's now on my immediate right. See, with these stairs. But there is actually another one you can walk around, which you don't need to visit at all. You can actually... See, look, this is the path to the final door. We're not actually going to go into the final door yet. So we can go down here. Now, going down here triggers this.
Hey, you! Stop!
Don't come any closer. I just want to leave.
You can't go outside. It's too dangerous.
I'm telling Gabriel.
I doubt that very much.
Oh, Daniel, you're chasing the little girl. Why would you do such a thing? How could you, Daniel? You monster. Oh yeah, we can actually hide in these things, can't we, I think? We can actually hide in these things. I'm totally going to do that, by the way. I hope I can pull this off. So we come over here, in the darkness, where it's nice and dark. We get, from going over here, look, we are now... Yep, here he comes. We're now on the other side of this gate. I thought we couldn't get here, but you know what? I'm an idiot. Yep, I wanted to hide in those things, but if I go and hide in one of those things, you will find me. So I'm just going to hide over here behind these boxes and barrels. He shouldn't come this far, and even if he does, there's some nice boxes and barrels between him and us. I love how the music hangs around a little while, even after they've, well, maybe gone, or maybe not gone. This makes the player, you know, just hide a little bit longer. Elongate the process of just waiting for the music to stop somewhat. So you can actually get behind this gate. I was completely wrong. I'm sorry, I was confused. Again, this area is designed to be quite confusing as to where you should be going. This is very intentional. As combined with the darkness, you know, it's just meant to put the player on like absolute edge, because there's no mini-map in the game. There's no map at all in the game. And I think that's an actual excellent design choice. No map. However, in areas like this, they do give the player pretty damn big hints. As, you know, they put signs around the place. They put some distinctive landmarks around the place that we may have noticed that I didn't point out. But you can hide in these. I should have hidden one of these, to be honest. Hey, there's a crack at this one. I never really noticed. Not the best hiding spot, but it works if, you know, you happen to somehow get caught by that guy. Right. Now for the final encounter. The final encounter, hello, free tinderbox, is actually one of the more interesting ones. Let's see what happens here. So we do this. We quickly do this. We quickly go through the fence. There he is. Hi there. How you doing, buddy? How's it going? You doing okay? Daniel is freaking out somewhat. You just gonna stand there? Looking a bit stupid? We're losing a lot of sanity here, probably. Oh, a slight headache. We're not doing too bad. This is the final encounter, and we get a good look of these guys now. You can see they have no lower jaw. Their skin looks like it's just barely clinging onto them. They have bandages all over the place. They have one hand and a mutilated claw talon. And he just stands there. Because he can't actually knock down these metal bar doors. Don't get me wrong though, there are enemies that can. And now we proceed to the entrance to Sister. And thus, we've made it past the prison without dying.
So you used the drain sewers as a means of transport?
Yes, they were built to divert water from an underground spring and are quite spacious. It seemed only natural to incorporate it into the overall structure.
But we won't be using it.
Not today. The flow is seasonal, and when the spring runs dry, the damp tunnels produce a rather poisonous type of fungi. There is an antidote, of course, but we won't be bothering with it today. Come, this way instead. We're almost there.
And I broke the golden rule of not moving after entering a new area. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope you've learned something. We've now made it past the prison without dying. I think that's a personal first. I think. I'm not sure. Can't remember. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. I hope you've learned something, and I'll see you guys next time. For now, guys, goodbye.